What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Climb Together podcast. I'm your host, Tony Scorpio, with my co-host, Deception. Say hi.
What up?
What up? We are back with another episode. This is episode 158. So we've got a couple things to talk about today. First, I want to go and take a little deep dive into the second update into my 30-day stream challenge. As there's some interesting things to point out. I was kind of looking before the stream. And then we've got a lot of CDL stuff to talk about and some other Call of Duty updates in relation to the Season Reloaded update coming, I believe, right? I'm not making shit up. Yeah. So
We got a couple sneak peeks for that.
ooh. So there's that. So looking, I'm just gonna show you guys my stats. I'm just gonna take you guys into my analytics, cause screw it. So here's my analytics for the past 30 days. I started this challenge on April 7th, Tuesday, 15 streams ago. Okay. We'll do before the 15th. Oh, before the 7th, and then after the 7th, okay? So the start will be April 7th, update. So this has been the challenge so far. Okay, so the past 15 days. I've had an average of 1.8 viewers, which has gone up, which it doesn't seem like a lot, but Sunday stream was pretty high. Saturday stream, I had a lot of 2s, but then I kind of dipped down a little bit, but that's beside the point. I got 6 new follows during this challenge, 6, a new sub, and I've streamed for 23 hours and 16 minutes. That is a lot for me. That is a lot for me. I haven't been streaming a lot recently, so, I mean, if you look at the previous 15 days, I've got 2 hours streamed, both just because of the podcast. So everything's kind of gone down there. So if you go, and so here's April so far. Same stats. It's just the increase is there. And that's kind of the main thing is the follows. I've noticed 6 new follows for me in this 2-week span is actually kind of crazy. Not even 2 weeks. It's a week. I got 6 new follows. Just from doing this, and honestly, that's probably been the biggest reward so far. 2 of the things that I'm really focusing on doing this challenge, actually 3, sorry. 1, getting back into the swing of streaming a lot, which I have been. I feel like my streams, they kind of dipped this week, but last week they were really good streams. I feel like the content was good, the conversations were good, and it was just really, really good streams. Second, is to get more people to watch my streams. Part of being able to be discovered is being consistent. The algorithm loves consistency, so the more consistent you are, the more the algorithm will love you. That's kind of why our YouTube videos were doing so well. For this podcast and just my YouTube videos in general, is because I was consistently posting, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, same time, same type of video on the same days. People eat that up, which is something I'll get back to in a minute. And then third, the thing I'm trying to get out of this is creating better retention on my streams. My average viewer count has kind of been, it used to be really high. I mean, we kind of talked about this when we first discussed it. I used to, average over 5 consistently, and sometimes I would even average double digits, which I do want to get back to, and I feel like it's very obtainable. I think over the next few months for me, doing this challenge that I made for myself. So I guess the goal for the next couple weeks is just finish out these 30 days, do those streams every single day, and continue to help raise those numbers, try out some different things. I've been kind of taking notes on my streams and critiquing myself a little bit, which is pretty cool. Definitely a huge tip right there. Always critique yourself. Always find something. You can always be better in some sort of way. But that being said, you're never going to be perfect, but you can always be better in some sort of way, and there's always an improvement that can be made to your stream. So that's kind of what I've been trying to do. Just kind of like find something, or be like, oh well, I didn't really talk for long here, or when I feel like when I'm playing, I'm not very like commentatey or whatever. I've started, making like I have like a notepad, and I've started like writing down like timestamps of like things that I think would be good clips for me to go back and clip later. I think is like the biggest one. Because after the semester is over, this challenge will be over here in like 2 more weeks. So, and then it'll be right before finals week. Then I'm gonna lock in for finals. I'm still gonna stream, just not every single day. And then I'm gonna create a stream schedule, and then just lock in and go. But I think this has been really beneficial so far, and I can't wait to update you guys next week as we're like on the tail end of it. And then continue to see the growth here. I think one thing that I've kind of always had with like this podcast is like I know a lot about streaming, I know a lot about content creation, YouTube, all that kind of stuff. I've just never had the time to put it into practice the way that I could. So I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to put into practice everything that I know. That way I can document myself as a real example, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's my spiel for the beginning. That's my little update on where we're at. And we'll continue this little bit next week with another week worth of data and reflection. Back over to you.
Fantastic.
Fantabulous.
You've been doing a good job.
Yeah.
Streaming every day.
Dude, it's hard some days. Like Monday, yesterday, I thought it was it. I thought I was done. So, I thought I was done for. But I got in. I streamed for like an hour and a half. I did it.
Good job.
Thank you. Yeah, some days are definitely harder than others, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because I had convinced myself. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to stream today. And then I was just like, am I really gonna let myself down, like, and not make it through, like, not even halfway through the challenge? Like, that's kind of pathetic. So I just kind of bullied myself into. I bullied myself into streaming yesterday.
I mean, okay.
What works, right?
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's an interesting strategy, but
it worked. I got on, I streamed. I had a good stream yesterday too. And it's always the ones you don't want to do that are like, it's always when you're like, I don't even want to stream today, but I do it anyway. Those streams are always the best.
Yeah, it's true.
Alrighty, what are we discussing first?
Well, I mean, I don't know, we could go over CDL first, or we could do everything else first.
Okay.
I mean, CDL, it's not like that. It's not like CDL's not going to take like a long time, but
I think I know where we should start. This man got picked up so fast. What the frick?
It doesn't surprise me. You got picked up by Surge, to be honest.
No, I mean, Surge is kind of like the how do I put this politely? Yeah, I don't have a way to put it politely, but maybe Deception can put it politely. I don't know. Surge is just where Surge is like it's the pool. It's like the pool where they all go when, like, cause isn't this where Sib went after he said the F slur on stream? Didn't he go to Surge?
Yeah, he got signed by Surge.
This is like where like the canceled kids go to get themselves uncanceled to get back in the league. It's like an academy team that's actually in the league at this point. Like we do have challengers teams that play in the league, and one of them is Surge. Like,
I mean,
uh,
the thing is though, is like, I mean, if you're Surge and like somebody like Nero, uh, is now a free agent after he got dropped. I mean, he, you have to kind of go for him because, like, honestly, like, I would even put him over TJ as like the best prospect they've had a chance to sign.
yeah, I mean, as a player, 100%.
Like he's definitely the like since they dropped the since they like dropped their roster and like since the whole since the beginning of this year's roster mania basically Nero's probably the best player they've had a chance to sign.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they kind of threw away, like, they're like, okay, do we get a actual team here, or do we, respect the fact that, oh, it's like,
I
they're
just
doing,
think what happened with Surge at least to start the year was I think what happened is they blew it up, and I don't know if they waited too long or they didn't. I mean, obviously they didn't have the budget; they're not paying people very much. But
mm-hmm,
I don't know if they waited too long or what. But it's like there's all. It seems like there's always one team in the CDL that just waits a long time to like announce anybody, and the talent
mm-hmm.
pool is already like completely dried up, and
Yeah, yeah.
they pick up a team, kind of like scrap something together, and then we get a bad team for the first like couple majors.
Yeah, I mean,
And this year
that,
that was Surge.
yeah, also, too, like, the whole, like, thing with Legend as well, like, dude was not doing it for them.
Yeah, Legend definitely did not have as good of a transition to COD as like somebody like Renegade has, which granted, like Renegade hasn't been playing in the CDL, he's been playing in Challenger. But I feel like if Renegade got signed to a team right now, he would do better than Legend did.
Probably. I mean, it's like no shade towards him. Some people make the transition really well, and some people don't. It's not a thing of like, oh, he sucks as a player. It's more of just like it's hard to switch from competitive games. Like they play very differently. I mean, we saw it with Shotzi when he switched over. In Black
Oh yeah,
Ops, not Black Ops,
Shotzi
but
was
like Modern Warfare.
really struggling
Yeah, like when he switched
at
over,
first.
he was very inconsistent. I
I
mean, he was
remember
called
like the
out a lot
first
about it.
event he had like a .7 KD. I think he
Yeah,
was like one of if not the lowest KD at the first event. And everybody was like, "Okay, what was Dallas doing signing this guy?"
yeah, like it was not good. It wasn't good.
And Shotzi was like a prolonged thing. It wasn't even just like the first couple events. It was like half the season he really wasn't that good. But then like a switch flipped or something, and he just turned up toward the end of the year, and they dominated.
Yeah. So I think it's really
It's not always easy. I mean, honestly, if I was looking at any other FPS and you're switching to COD, Halo is probably the one that would garner the most success. Um, Overall, like I think you have the highest potential to succeed if you were really good in Halo and you go to COD, but it hasn't always worked. I mean, there's obviously been great Halo players that have come to COD and just been
formal.
amazing, or even players that weren't that good in Halo that switched to COD and were amazing. I mean, like people forget that Krim played Halo before he played COD.
Oh, that's true.
Krim was a
Yeah.
Halo pro and he didn't really get anywhere. Like he was pretty good, but like like he never really like shocked people in Halo. But then he goes to COD and he's just unbelievably good. And there are like stories like the opposite. Like obviously Legend, but you got other guys like um I would say initially Enable, I mean Enable made a good career out of out of like the rest of his career, but the first like couple years that Enable played COD, he was good, but he just wasn't like that guy. Um and I mean like I said, it's just I feel like Halo is probably the best one for you to succeed if you're switching from another esport to COD. I know we've seen like other people try from other esports. Like I know like when Gears of War basically like had its brief like hiatus period where like nobody really was playing it. Like guys like Mental came over to try to play, um, and it just never really clicked with them playing COD. But um, I mean it's tough. I would like I mean I'm sure that it's really tough switching. from another esport to COD. It's not easy to succeed, but um, it is like it also at the on the other side of it, it's like it is kind of easy for us to expect success out of Halo players because of the amount of Halo players that have came over and did really well.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, they're such similar games. I think it's like we saw it when, Valorant first came out. Like a lot of players came over from Overwatch and CS because a lot of the game mechanics cross over and it allowed for
yeah,
a high possibility of success.
and I mean, it's the same kind of thing. There have been some people who have switched from CS to Valorant who have been very, very good,
Mm,
and some people who it just didn't pan out for
yep.
them. It's just kind of how it goes. It's like you just if you're switching from to another esport, even if it's very similar to the one you already played, it's still like a big gamble
Hmm.
because it's like, am I really going to succeed in this other esport? Um, and it doesn't always happen. I mean, I definitely hope that Legend, like, I don't know if he's gonna keep trying to play COD or what, but I mean, I hope he finds his footing. I mean, if nothing else, he'll just go back to Halo. It's just when are we gonna get a new Halo title? Because I mean, Infinite's basically dead.
Yeah, pretty much. I have no idea. I mean, it's interesting um, to see. So I don't know. I don't know. I think that's it's something that we definitely have to wait and see for sure. Um, Especially, I mean, I would love a new Halo title personally, but um, I just feel like Halo Infinite didn't get the love it deserved at the beginning, and it definitely could have gone better. But
Yeah,
um, yeah, no, I agree.
I feel like I feel like we could make a whole podcast
We really could.
like on Halo and like why it maybe did. At
Not
least the
May,
multiplayer
not
side of it
May
seems
is
good.
why it is
I mean,
dead.
because obviously they're doing campaign evolved, which looks awesome, but it's just like I feel like if they don't add like a multiplayer or anything to that, then like that's gonna be a problem.
Mhm.
But you know,
Yeah. 100%. 100%. Um, I forgot where we were. Sorry. My brain is like, it's got like 7,000 bajillion things in it. So my sister just texted me asking if I was going to her game tonight, and I was just like, "What time's your game?" She's like, "I don't know." I was like, "Okay," and then I had to look, and I was like,
that
"Okay,
helps.
thanks so much." So then I have to had to go search and find the picture. And she's like, and the thing is when I don't answer them, they'll text me repeatedly until I do.
That's funny.
Like last night, my sister asked if I like emailed her one of her teachers about something, and I was at work, mind you, and she said, um, she's like, oh, where'd she say it? Oh, frick. Oh, she deleted the message. What? She said, I think you. She said, hello, are you dead? It was literally like I responded. She
Just
texted me
because
at
you didn't respond
9:04.
within like 2 minutes.
Yeah, literally. She texted me at 9:04. I responded at 9:16. Okay, mind you, I was at work. She knew I was at work, and she's like, "Hannah, are you dead?" What? I'm working at my job. Like actively doing my job that pays for the food that you eat and the shoes that you like to wear, and you're asking if I'm dead. Anyway, sorry. You
She was
can.
just curious.
She's just curious. Yeah, they're both like that. They're just like, if you don't answer me right now, and they're like, what? You're 22, like you're always on your phone. We know you're always on your phone. I'm like, actually, I'm not always on my phone. They're like, well, then what are you doing then? I said, I school, something. Actually, I don't fucking doom scroll all day and bed rot and watch TikToks. Okay, I only do that for 3 hours a day max. Okay, that's my limit. Theirs is like 7. They walk. Their bed riding is like a full-time job for them. That's why I have them in sports. Anyway, we shall resume now that Todd's taken care of. Her game's at 6, by the way, in case y'all were wondering.
You figured it out.
Yeah. But yeah, Seattle Surge. I guess that's kind of where we started this conversation. With them like trading legend and everything. They've just like really, this team has just really had a rough go of it like this entire time. I mean, hopefully with Nero they can make something happen to kind of like save themselves, but honestly I don't know. This team would really have to like, in order to make it to champs this year, they're really going to have to lock the fuck in. Like really just lock
I
in.
definitely think that like if you had to like if there were like betting odds of like where if they would make champs or not, I feel like their chances with Nero have went up, but like only by like a couple percent at best.
Yeah, 100%.
Like there's still other players on the team that just aren't quite where they need to be. But I don't know. I mean, the thing about COD is like it's almost as much on like how the team meshes together as the actual talent that's on the team. Because you could have guys that really suffered on the team before, but then you make a change or something and add somebody new in there, and then it's all of a sudden everybody's fine.
Yeah.
So we
saw that with Optic. I mean, last year. I mean, they were 0 and 13. What I don't even want to know. I don't even remember the number. I try to forget it, but
they were terrible, and then they got Merc, and it was just
yeah,
like
and then it clicked.
completely revived them.
Yep. So I mean, it really just depends. And the thing is with Surge had this history in the past where they have had really great players and they just don't mesh. So hopefully, things work out for them. They can make something happen. But I am not betting on it. If I were a betting woman, I would not bet on the Surge, unfortunately. Even though I want to say I would, but I won't.
Yeah,
No
Surge's slogan has always been "drown them out," and they've been drowning this entire season.
Yeah,
so.
they're drowning. Them is them. Them is them. They're drowning themselves out.
Drown ourselves out.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. That's crazy.
It's just
Bro, drown ourselves out. Yo, some social media manager for one of the other teams take that and use it. Thank you. Give us cred.
CDL hater central.
Give us a shout out. Give the pod a shout out, and that we'll take that as our take that as our residuals.
Yeah, unfortunately I think them and C9 are basically just completely like barred from champs.
Yeah.
Don't know if either one of them have a chance.
I don't think so. I really don't.
Really, like the only saving grace for either one of those teams is if they had like a really good major run and they got a bunch of points from that.
Yeah, I mean that major run would have to be a dub. Like they would have to win, I think.
They would have to at least get like top 4, because you do get quite a bit of points for like winning. For not only you get points, I think, for winning matches in the majors, but you also get bonus points for like placings. So, I mean, they could make a couple good runs and get a bunch of points, but it's just the thing about C9 and Surge is they're already just so far behind everybody else, and it's not like they're looking any better than they have been before.
No.
Surge did kind of well this weekend, but
not well enough.
That also happened with Cloud9, where it was like, oh, they made that roster change and they did kind of well one weekend, and then they just drowned the rest of the time.
Yep. I mean, they did win this weekend, so.
This weekend of matches was pretty good. It was the first time that we saw the new SMG meta, which is fun. I know that like before we covered that they were looking at doing a completely new meta with new AR and SMGs, and that did actually the new AR meta did not go through. They actually found a while they were testing other SMGs, they kind of found a compromise. It was like, okay, well, if the subs are different, then we could still run the M15. So we're still running the M15, but like for the first time, like in a long, very long time, um, for the first time in a very long time, there is actually a meta change mid-season, and also for the first time ever in the CDL, or I think in COD esports history, for the first time ever, there was a DLC gun being used. So that's cool.
Yeah. I mean I think it was much needed, you know. Much needed change to
Yeah, honestly, like I really like, at least from like a player's perspective, I really like the M15. I think the
Mhm.
M15 is good.
That's a good gun. I
But
love
I
the
honestly
M15.
was like getting really bored of I was getting really bored of the Dravic. I don't know, there's like the thing about I don't, and this may be just a me thing, but the thing about like when I watch COD esports and like especially judging by the metas we've had before, I really like when we have either like a mid or slower fire rate like AR. So it really makes players actually play like ARs.
Mhm.
But then the subs are like very fast fire rate, like fast paced, and you just fly at people. Which I mean, obviously you could do that with the Dravic, but the Dravic just didn't feel like a sub. The Dravic felt like an AR in a sub's body, really.
Yeah, I mean, it was like like the ARs that like Loki could double like as an SMG, but like aren't quite an
Yeah,
SMG. That's what the Dravic is. Like the Dravic should be in the AR
the
classification, but
Dravic was like,
isn't.
yeah, honestly, like you could have Treyarch could like just Men in Black like laser the memory of this game out of our minds and replant it and put the Dravic as an AR and the Peacekeeper as an SMG, and I wouldn't be able to tell you that I knew any different. Because the Dravic feels like an AR, but it's an SMG, and the Peacekeeper is like a pure SMG, but for
Uh-huh.
some reason it's in the AR category.
Yep. 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 100%. I agree. I love this little like sidebar we got going on here for citing these guns. Honestly, like I do like the fact that I mean I wish we could go back to the time when like there wasn't like two guns that you could use. I mean, especially because in like ranked you literally can only use those two guns because of
Oh, dude,
the
I would give
GA
anything
bans.
for there to always be a 3 gun meta. 3 gun meta is the best
I
because
just feel
then
like
you
it
have like
gives.
a because then it's like you have exactly what I want, which is like a faster fire rate, like close range SMG, and you have a longer range AR that's like a mid or slower fire rate. But then you always have some sort of flex gun in the middle, whether it's an SMG or an AR that kind of can just do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's not. It's like a jack of all trades and master of none, where it's like the gun is really good in a number of situations, but it's not absolutely the best in any situation, and that's always fun. 3 gun metas are always the best, and if you look at like, if you look at it statistically, like when you hear people talk about the CODs they like the most, they had 3 gun metas. Um, like in BO2, the meta was MSMC, AN94, M8. Um, when you look at BO3, it was mainly VMP, M8, and Man of War. Unless you obviously had like the bands of protects and people would do crazy stuff. Like I remember like there was stuff where like there was a team against Optic that banned the M8 and the Man of War, and they also banned the VMP. So then you had like people were using the HVK and the XR2 and the CUDA, and it was all crazy. But anyway, um, then you look at like I think a very underrated competitive COD was IW. You had the ERAD as the SMG, and then the K bar and the MV4 as the ARs. In BO4, you had the SOG as the SMG, and you had the Maddox and the ICR.
Mm-hmm.
Like all these games that people really liked had 3 gun metas.
And like honestly, like that could be the case now. Like this game has a lot of really great weapons that could cause for that three gun meta. It's just like the pros, they won't. They just don't.
Well, I mean, right now it's like it was M15 Kogot NPC, but like I don't know. I feel like not a lot of teams are using the Kogot now. I don't know why. But a lot of it's been like mainly M15 NPC. But I mean, either way, I'm happy that we kind of got rid of the Dravik. The NPC definitely feels more like an SMG than the Dravik. But I still yeah. I mean, if you're looking at competitive, uh, whether you're a developer or the pros or anything, I would be absolutely striving for a 3-gun meta
Mm-hmm.
because those are the best.
Yep. Like I said, like this game definitely can be one. It's just a matter of like figuring out which gun. Which I totally think that there's one out there that would really complement the rest. But I just make videos about the pros. I'm not actually a pro, so
I mean,
there's the
honestly, like
difference, I suppose.
if you want a, this won't always work, but if you want like a artificial 3-gun meta, you could always just do what we've always said would be best and reintroduce the ban and protect system because that was great.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Then
that
you
does
have
always
wacky
work.
stuff like what I said, where they ban a team, like some team just bans all the good guns, and then everybody's just using random guns.
That's true. That's true. Random guns is like, I don't know. I don't know if I can handle that.
Dude, people would do that. There were teams that would do that to the top teams in BO3. Like I said, like there was a team that banned like all the like both the Man of War and the M8, and like the ARs on Optic were just using all kinds of guns.
It's so weird. It's so
It
funny.
was an interesting time.
Yeah. How the times have changed. It's so interesting how things change so much year to year, or just like
Ban and
even every
Protect
few
was
years.
amazing. It was incredible.
Yeah,
I hate that we only had that for 1 year because that was awesome.
that was really cool to watch. All right, enough of that side tangent, I suppose. Um, man, we've gone on like a few side tangents today. I don't even know where we're at now. Anything else CDL wise? Any matches this
I
week that
mean,
we
we could
should be?
probably go over like more some of the like notable matches.
All right, yeah, we can do that.
Because I know like obviously we said Surge won. Yeah, they did win. They 3-0 G2, which was kind of crazy. Um, kind of crazy.
Wait, don't we have a minor this weekend?
Yeah, we
Yes,
do. We
we
have
do.
minor
We can
one.
talk about that a little bit. Um, scroll.
It actually kind of is crazy. Like I was sitting here thinking about it, and it's so weird considering like the last year we minor one and minor two were like in the first two majors, and now it's like we're finally getting one. I was like, what?
Alrighty,
I
first
thought we
game
had it
of
already.
Friday was Gentlemaids versus Royal Ravens. Quick 3-1 there. I don't think anyone's really shocked by that, to be honest.
Mates are back, which is good.
Yeah, I think that mental block that they had from the personal issues in Major 2 really kind of screwed them over, but
Yeah,
I'm glad that
they
they've kind
definitely
of,
recovered.
yeah, they have recovered, which is good. They're just such a great team. Like, just like I like to see them succeed. Um, overall, you know. And then we've got Thieves versus Heretics 3-1. Loki kind of expected that. Um, Thieves is just a better team. On paper.
Yeah, thieves just doing what thieves do.
Yeah,
It's
stealing
just how it
wins.
goes.
Anyway. Then the 3-0 versus G2 for Surge. Honestly, proving,
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
yeah,
Like I ain't gonna
proving that Nero
lie.
was a good pickup for them. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it's I mean, something was going well for them during that match. They were on it.
100%, 100%. Um, then we had FaZe versus Breach. Quick 3-0. I am liking the gold for FaZe Vegas. I'm not gonna lie. I am liking the color scheme.
Dude, anything but the pink. They keep doing
Please,
stuff and like straying away from the pink, and I love
please
it.
stay away from the pink. It's just not. It's just not them. You know, it's not them. They're trying to be girly pop with the pink, but it's just not working. What's up, Luna? Um,
Anything but the pink.
They're-
I honestly, my favorite jersey they've worn. I did really like the gold. My favorite one though is those championship Sunday reds that they wear. Those are sick.
I just like Face Clan is just not like pink. Face Clan is red. Like, I just my brain doesn't like it. My brain doesn't like it at
Yeah.
all. It just doesn't. It doesn't fit. They're not girly pop. They do not deserve the color pink. Okay, you need to be a great team. Am I just chilling? Nice. You need to earn the pink, and they have not earned the pink, nor deserve it. And that is my take. I mean, even Scorpion Syndicate,
They have
we
not
don't
earned the
even have
pink.
pink.
That is a quote.
Yo, wait a minute. Don't take that out of context. Moving on. Oh, we had Koi versus Falcons. Koi with a win. Honestly, like
Boy, looking good, dude.
Koi are looking really great, and I think that turnaround is looking really good for them. I'm kind of scared for the Falcons though. They started this season off really hot. Agreed though. Go back to red. Need phase back on red.
Falcons, like
I don't know what's going on with
I
them.
don't know, man. Like, I kind of thought it was a little crazy that they were thinking about like Pred and Xdid not being on the team and they were trying other players. But honestly, like if they have another bad like major qualifiers and major here, there might have to be something that happens.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
I know they're not gonna. I know that like Cell's not gonna leave.
Koi, what is that? Man, it's some. I think honestly, like the Falcons need to make some sort of change, whether it's internal or a switch of rosters. They gotta do something. Koi fish, yeah, koi fish. I think. Because they're just like
They're
missing.
called
They're missing.
Koi because that's what their parent company is called.
Yeah, the Koi. Is that like Koi esports or something? Or am I making that shit up?
They're doing what we all wanted
To begin
CDL
with,
to do initially, which is like not do city-based teams.
yeah, and like do. Well, I mean, it's still city-based teams, but it's not like city-specific.
It's still city-based, but like nobody is like nobody's using stuff that like we don't understand or have any relation to anymore.
Yeah, they're
like,
using the actual like parent
because
company.
like now it's not like like we're not doing Minnesota Rocker and like LA Gorillas. Like we're doing actual like notable like company names. But that also like even leads to my point where it's like, okay, at this point we could just get rid of city.
Yeah, just go back to the freaking names, bro. Like nobody would care. If anything, people would probably throw a party. You know, like it's just like a reason.
Well, I mean, even Valorant has done it. Valorant tried city based, and everybody was like, nah. So they were like, okay, fine, we'll get rid of it.
Yeah, well, Valorant actually, like, Riot actually listens to their player base, unlike other developers. But let's move on before I get myself fined or told I can't post anymore. Give it franchising, let reg teams run. Exactly. Well, the thing is, last week we were talking about the new Valorant, esports like system. Where there's open qualifiers for every major, which honestly is the way that it should be done across the board. And
that should be the benchmark for every esport.
Yep, I think that
which is really sad because that's what esports used to be, and we went away from it. And now we're
yeah, I think they were trying. It sounds like the old CWL. Yeah, I mean, it is the way that it used to be, and there's a reason it worked. I think all these companies were like, let's do what traditional sports do. We aren't a traditional sport, you know. We can be played online. You don't have to be in the same room to compete against people. You know, like there's so much more versatility. What the fuck am I trying to say? There's so much more to esports that we have in our back pocket that we can do, that we can, you know, highlight and.
Everybody trying to be like stick and ball sports, man.
Bro,
I could go on the same like.
I could go my entire life
going on like. The same side tangent you're on about esports trying to be like stick and ball sports, I could do the same thing with NASCAR.
Bro, it's all these stick and balls. They always mess everything up.
Yeah, okay. All right.
All right. All right. Sorry guys, that was a little. Anyway, um, D-swing comp. That's yep, yep. 100%. But I mean, they're just trying to like do what traditional sports do, which is like understandable because like it works for traditional sports. So like, why not test and see if it works for esports? But it doesn't. We tested it. Go back to what works for
I
us,
just
please.
that's what I don't understand, and like obviously like we got to cover more stuff so we can end the side tangent. But I just the thing that I don't understand is just why things that aren't
Why?
stick and ball sports just want to try to be that. It's like
The
you
system
got
works.
where you are because you're different.
Yep.
Why are you now trying to be the same?
Because it's successful. That's literally it. Just because it's successful. And like, yes, it's billion-dollar, companies and everything like that. And there's a way to do that with esports. It's just we have to find our own way and we have to do it differently and we have to be different and we have to think outside the box because we have so much more Okay, I gotta stop. I gotta stop myself before I go way too deep. We have so much more leverage than traditional sports. Anyway, moving on. Next topic. Actually, back to the original topic. Koi winning 3-1 against the Surge. Saw that. Uh,
Yeah, I don't. That was not gonna go. That was
no.
not gonna go all that well for them.
And then
Uh,
Gentlemates winning 3-1 against G2. G2 honestly not having a good
bad
weekend.
start for G2. 0-2
Yeah.
start for G2. Man, that's a little rough.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
tough.
with especially with everyone calling them like the sleeper team, like they really did well last stage. So I'm kind of wondering what's happening this one. That's just making them not good. I mean, it's not that they're
Well,
not doing
the bad
well.
part
It's
is I
just
would have totally expected them to lose like this to Gentlemates. Like G2 have obviously had a little bit of trouble like beating the top teams, but like I would have
mhm,
not expected at all for them to get smoked by Surge like they did, which so that's really tough.
mhm. Oh, funny you say that, Luna. Carolina, I think, is the next. Yeah. So and then Surge beats Carolina Royal Ravens 3-2.
Yep.
So Surge starting off
2-0
hot
start
this
for
weekend.
Surge, man. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
I mean that putting Nero on the team, I guess, was kind of like what they needed. Um, and
well, and
Ravens just not
it's
able to
tough because like
contend.
Surge are obviously like they're definitely they seem to have improved a little bit adding Nero, but also like this is kind of a mark on Ravens as well because they have been on a slow decline. They were
Yeah.
like borderline best team in the game. Um, they were like top three at worst going into Major One, and everybody was expecting them to even possibly win the major if they could
Mhm.
stay on their momentum.
Mhm.
And they've just had a slow fall since then. They've been
Yeah.
gradually falling down, and now they're losing to Surge. So it's like, well,
Yeah. I mean, even if
what do we
they
do
might
now?
not even be falling down. They were the sleeper team last season. This season, I'm actually getting better. They were the last season improvement. That's true. I mean, I don't think Royal Ravens is as much as going down as everyone else is going up, and they're kind of just staying the same. I mean, the thing about this game is like, I mean, we saw it a lot at the beginning, like the first like month or so. Like Optic was so dominant, they could not be beat because they were so ahead. But the other teams started catching up, and it's not like Optic was getting worse. It's just the other teams were getting better. And I think the same thing applies here. It's just Royal Ravens are just not getting any better. Or maybe they are, but just not at a faster rate than the other teams, especially
Yeah,
with some things. But I they need something. I don't know. They're a good team. I
they
think
need
they
to
have a lot of
improve.
potential. I mean, we always give them benefit of the doubt. We always try to give them like a losers bracket run or something, even when it's like not gonna happen. We try to give them something, but they really have been coming up a little short recently, which is just unfortunate. Um, and then 3-1 against Breach, Koi. They're kicking it now. Took them a bit to get here, but
Yeah,
they're back.
Koi are looking pretty good now. I mean, who knows how long that's gonna last, but I mean, Koi are looking good. It's definitely good.
Yeah.
Definitely a good sign that Koi are finally doing kind of what we expected. Because I think honestly, like all of us probably expected Koi to be like a top like four team at least. Like
I mean, they usually
because we
are.
all were just like, yeah, they didn't really make a whole lot of changes from last season, so they should be looking good going into here. And like with all the other changes that were being made, it was like, okay, Koi might be one of the consistent contenders, and like they've been kind of up and down. Obviously, like Joe Deceives is kind of their X factor. He's obviously been a little inconsistent, but like he has been. There have been some times where he's looked like the best player in the game. And when he's on it, they're really good. It's just Koi's got to get the rest of the guys involved.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna let you talk about this
but
next game. I gotta
they're
let my
looking
sister
good.
in.
They are looking good. Yeah, the next series obviously was FaZe versus Falcons, which is really tough for Falcons. I mean, another
Yeah.
loss.
I mean,
Oh
yeah.
my
I mean,
God.
they're going against Majors 2 champs. I mean, these guys are riding a high. To be honest, like, I would be too if I were them. I mean, that
Also
was an insane
hilarious
win.
that on the even though Durazo was probably the player of the series because he did so well in the other matches, but that Search and Destroy KD, man.
Oh, not good. 0.113, bro. Like, what? 0.13, dude. You're literally like,
That's
what the
funny.
fuck? And then we've got, Greenwall win with a 3-1 against Cloud9. I mean, it's a great win, but I mean, once again, like Cloud9's kind of chalked for the season, in my opinion. So it's really not like too.
Yeah, it's Cloud9. I don't know how much stock you need to be taken into them being
Yeah.
Cloud9, but I mean, it's good. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
definitely
fine that they're
expected.
winning. I mean, I would much rather them beat a bad team and it just be like, okay, whatever, than them lose to a bad
Oh
team.
my
And you're
god,
like, okay, what are you guys doing?
what are you guys doing? Lock in here. Don't underestimate your opponent, because that's when you lose. And I
Yeah,
think
and
that's kind of
Optic are
when.
notorious for that.
Yeah, because they are the best. They know that they're the best, but then the thing is they slack because of it, and that's how.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely have been declining since they switched over from subliners. I don't know whether it's I don't know what it
The
is. It could be
crazy
like a
thing about
multitude of things.
Cloud9 New York too is like going into BO6, they looked like they had so much potential because they basically picked up the almost the entirety of the subliners team that not only won champs in 2023 in MW2, but then was runner up at champs in 2024.
Yeah.
And we were all like, all right, well,
All
this
right.
team is looking good. Cloud9, if they picked up the pieces and they're looking great, and then they just
They were not looking
they have
great
not
anymore.
been very good. They
Nope.
have not been very good at all.
And sometimes that happens. I mean, it definitely like it proves that like sometimes it's the game. Sometimes the game just some people can't get to these certain games. Like I know Hook always has like specific games that he's either really good at or really bad at. So like,
Yeah,
and
Hook
I
is a
know.
prime example of somebody who it's very game dependent on them.
Yeah.
Um,
Luckily, the past few has been really
but
good for him. But
yeah, I mean he was nuts at BO6 and he's carried that into BO7.
yep. So that is good. That is good. Very very good. All right, we're gonna quickly talk about the minor, but then we gotta end up because we gotta wrap it up because I gotta go to class. But standings after the end of week 1, got FaZe top, then Gentlemates, then Surge, then Koi, then LA Thieves, then Optic, then Cloud9, then Miami Heretics, then Royal Ravens, then Falcons, and then G2. So we've got
See,
14.
this makes me wonder. Like, do we have like, are they seeding the minor based on these qualifiers or the overall CDL standings? Because if they're seeding them based on these qualifiers, it's kind of flawed. Because it's like, brother, we played 2 matches at most.
No, they're definitely not because Optic is top 6 here and they're top 4 here.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, we're good. I mean,
Yeah, so I mean, this looks like a pretty good bracket. I would say, I think, based off of these, I mean, the top 4 are probably going to end up playing each other. I mean, I think it's going to be Optic
yeah, I
versus
would not be
Thieves,
surprised
FaZe
if the
versus
top 4 goes
Gentlemates.
alright.
And then I think it's just kind of like who
there's
shows
really
up.
nobody either that like could probably beat them because like
Yeah.
there's no real good matchups.
I think
I would
here,
not be surprised.
I think for the top half of the bracket, Optic's going to make it to the grand finals. As far as between FaZe and Gentlemates, I mean, Gentlemates is kind of cooking right now. Like, I think it just depends on who's having a better day.
Honestly, like, if I had to tell you what's gonna happen, I think it's gonna be another Optic FaZe grand final, but I think Optic get the best one this time. FaZe kind of
Yeah.
smoked them in the last grand final. I think Optic are, especially because this is online.
Mhm.
Optic are just like, I'm not saying
The
Optic are like an online team. They're obviously very good at LAN, but I think, especially with this being online and them obviously having the crazy Dallas internet connection,
Mhm.
I think they can beat FaZe.
Yeah, I think they have the upper hand here in that aspect for sure. So, I agree with you there. I think I want to say Optic take this one just based off of like they just need to win. They need to win something, and this is if they're gonna win anything, it's gonna be this.
I mean, this would be a good, like, since this is like a tournament style thing, it would be good for them to win this. Because granted, it's not LAN, but like, it's still a tournament style event, so
Yeah,
um,
close enough,
it would be very good.
close enough. Alrighty,
It just
guys.
it kind of sucks for all the other teams though, because it's like the top 4 teams have already like had a bye, so it's like there's gonna be like no good matchups.
No.
Like I mean I definitely think the first day of matches, because it's all like the bottom 8 playing each
Oh, they're
other,
gonna
I
be
think those
great.
could be bangers. But like when we get to the top 4, it's like, okay,
Oh
well,
yeah.
I don't really think that any of the top 4 are
I think it's
losing.
gonna be below. I think bracket play-in's gonna be a grueler. Quarterfinals is gonna be quick. Semifinals will have some good matches, and grand finals will be good as well.
Yeah, semifinals could have some bangers because it'll 90%, 99% says it's gonna be Optic Thieves and FaZe Gentlemates. So
Yeah.
unless
Um.
something crazy happens.
Yeah. It would be. I think out of the teams that could get up in here, I think it would be Koi. No, they'd have to be Optic. That's the thing. It's like if Koi went against any of these other teams, I think they'd have a shot. Like if they
That's
went
what I'm
against
saying.
Steve, if Koi went against
There's no good
Thieves,
matchups.
if the Koi went against Thieves, I think they could have been made it to semi. But I don't know. G2, I think. With the loss of Nero, I don't really know. They're not. And it's a
See,
brand new team. They'd have to gel.
the one thing that I would hold my breath a little bit on, is if Surge look really good and they beat Falcons, I would really be interested to see a Surge versus FaZe series. Because
Yeah. Actually, I think that there's potential there.
historically in tournament settings, Surge have kind of been FaZe's kryptonite. So
That's true. That's
Surge
true.
versus FaZe would kind of be interesting.
It would be. No, I agree. I'm with you there. All right. Well, gonna have to cut us there. I'm definitely. I mean, if we look at the predictions here, oh, these are matches for last weekend. Jeez. Just yeah. Anyway, um, we're gonna end it there, guys. So I gotta get to class. But we will check in with y'all next week with the minor results. Kind of talking about it a little bit. I'm gonna do my best to watch. I got new JBL earbuds, so I can wear those at work and actually like listen to what's going on instead of just like watching and like or like whatever. So
Watching with no sound.
yeah, pretty much. So
Being like, I can't hear it, but it looks like it's cool.
it looks like I'm having a good time. Let me just say, commentators, they really do add to the experience of watching. Oh man. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. I've been your host, Torrent Scorpio, with my co-host, Deception. Deception, say bye.
Bye.
If you guys did enjoy this episode, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you guys are watching on Twitch, make sure you guys follow the Twitch channels. We do stream this live every single week. And then post it to YouTube later. So, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.